is why I came. You told me where I failed you without sharpening the edge. I listened without reaching for the reasons I had meant. Once every hard admission became something one must win. Now the words could stand between us and not turn into a wall. You did not ask me to erase it, I did not ask you to agree. We let two different memories belong to the same history. We don't have to bring the old us back or pick up where it broke. I can meet you without asking for the person I once missed. If we choose this, let it be, because we let some patterns end. Not the same enough to repeat them, different enough to begin again. You asked me what I wanted, I did not make the answer small. You heard the whole of it and told me where your limits were. Neither bent the meaning till it pleased the other side. For the first time, disagreement did not sound like a goodbye. There was no sudden certainty, no proof that we had changed. Only two people speaking plainly where we once had looked away. Of the day we came apart, this time neither made a weapon of the details we recalled. What happened still belongs there, we don't need to call it small. But it doesn't get to choose what we are capable of now. We don't have to bring the old us back or make the ending wrong. I can love the one before me, not the one I carried on. If we choose this, let it be, because we let the old shape end. Not the same enough to repeat it, different enough to begin again. No borrowed roads between us, no return to who we've been. Not another try at yesterday, a first attempt at this. You asked, do we try again? I said, not again. From here, nothing happened. That was the beautiful part. We let the hours come and go without asking them for more. You were telling me a small old story I had heard somewhere before, and I noticed I was listening, not preparing for a change. No hidden cost inside your kindness, no warmth I had to chase. No thunder, no alarm, nothing asking to be proved. Just my shoulders losing tension in the easy way we move. I spent years calling chaos passion, because it never let me rest. Now a day with nothing happening is the one I trust the best. When I lose the thread of talking, you don't hurry me along. When your thoughts turn somewhere inward, I don't take it as you're gone. We can leave a thought between us without filling every space. Nothing breaks when we are different, nothing tender has to erase. Nothing happened, nothing had to. I was there, and so were you. I used to wait for good to change, for every calm to show its price. You kept being what you said you were, until doubt ran out of lines. Nothing dazzled me into staying. I just stopped wanting to go. No thunder, no alarm, nothing asking to be proved. Just a life becoming easier in the way I live with you. I spent years calling chaos passion, thinking peace meant something less. Now I know what last can reach me without teaching me to guess. Nothing happened, and somehow it was enough. Ordinary enough to last. I was halfway through the morning before I thought of you. The surprise was not relief, it was how ordinary it felt. For months you were the first arrival, before anything had shape. Not a picture, not a sentence, only knowing you were gone. Every plan came second to it, every hour took that weight. I had lived so long behind it, I forgot a day could lead. Then the morning kept its order without placing you ahead. Nothing open like a doorway, there was no clean break inside. I had simply followed one thought without turning back to ask how the past would have received it, what your answer might have been. By the time your name came softly, I was already in the day. The morning you weren't first, the day began before you did. You were still somewhere within it, just no longer how it opened. I did not make the past untrue, or lose the care we had. The morning you weren't first, I only stopped beginning there. I used to wait for emptiness, one whole day without you. But the change was more forgiving. You could enter and not lead. Your name could come in later without rearranging everything. The past had lost the opening line, the present kept its place. Some mornings you may still arrive before the rest of me is ready. I won't call that going backward or pretend the change was false. I have known the hours can gather without building round your name. That knowledge stays beside me even when the order shifts. to begin without you. Call began with weather, with work and who moved where. You sounded more deliberate, but your laugh broke in the same place. Halfway through a story, you let the ending roam. That old unfinished cadence crossed the distance first. Your voice across the years did not take me back. It brought the past beside me without asking me to live there. We reached the part where we went missing from each other's days. Neither of us softened it or sharpened it with blame. You told me who you had become. I listened without comparing. For once the person I remembered did not stand between us. Your voice across the years was neither old nor new. I heard who you had become beside the one I knew. Nothing had to be recovered, nothing needed to return. The call could still be meaningful without becoming more. When the call was nearly over, neither of us searched for time. You said, I'm glad we did this. There was no question in the line. I said, me too, and let it mean exactly what it meant. No hidden invitation, no apology concealed. Your voice across the years sounded close without pretending. I could miss the way we were without needing it again. I heard the life inside your voice, not the life we didn't share. And when we speak another time, we can begin from where we are. Next time, we won't need the weather to tell us where to start. I thought we were only tired. You were already being kind. The difference took me months to hear. We still spoke and we around people, kept the plans that asked for nothing. You answered with a careful patience I took as proof we were recovering. You stopped arguing about details. I thought that meant we'd found our way. You would stop defending tomorrow because you no longer pictured it. I was the last one to notice, no single moment gave it away. You had moved us into past tense, I was still speaking in when. By the time you said it's over, you were naming where you'd been. I was the last one to notice, I was hearing it begin. I counted every gentle habit as a sign we might recover. Each courtesy became a promise. Once it passed through what I wanted. You still asked how work was going, still remembered what I'd said. I thought kindness meant returning. You were learning how to leave. I was the last one to notice, not because there was no sign. I kept reading every kindness as a future in disguise. You were trying to leave gently, I was trying not to know. We kept acting like ourselves after us was nearly gone. Maybe gradual felt kinder, maybe plain words felt too cruel. Maybe I turned every hard question into something we could solve. We kept each day unremarkable and spared each other the scene. By the time we called it ending, you had lived there for a while. I had only just arrived. I was the last one to notice because I loved what still remained. You were grieving what was over, I was calling it a phase. Neither one of us was heartless, neither knew how to end it. By the time you said it's over, you were naming where you'd been. I was hearing it begin. You had been learning how to leave. I started learning when you said it. You said my name, then took your time. I care, but I can't meet you there. You searched my face as if my sorrow might make your honesty unkind. I watched the future I had pictured return to being only mine. But you were not cruel for knowing where your feeling had to end. You owed me nothing for the way I felt. I stepped back farther than you asked, not to make the distance sting, but to keep my disappointment from rewriting what you'd been. Distance wasn't meant to punish, it was how I kept from blame. I needed time to hear your name, and not the answer it became. I kept my love gentle, even when it had no place. I did not make your honest answer something you would have to pay. I took the distance that I needed, not as punishment or proof. I kept my love gentle, for me as much as you. Hardest kindness was to let you still be good inside the story where I lost the life I wanted, and you had done nothing wrong. I could mourn what never happened without putting you on trial. That was harder than forgiveness. There was nothing to forgive. I kept my love gentle until it asked no more of you. Now your name can cross a conversation and remain simply your name. I can hope your life is generous without counting what I lack. I kept my love gentle. That is how I let it pass. I loved you. You never had to pay for that. You said I should be going. I said, not yet. Then asked another question I already knew by heart, just to keep your voice beside me while I searched for where to start. You answered without noticing how carefully I breathed, how every simple word from you made mine harder to release. I kept waiting for a better line, something fearless, something clear. But courage has a shorter life, the longer it stays here. Before courage leaves the room, before I smile and let you go, there is one thing I have hidden behind everything you know. I don't need the perfect language, I don't need to know what follows. I just can't let another moment carry home what I should say. You looked at me and waited, not impatient, just unsure. For once the silence wasn't shelter, it was something to move through. I thought of all the safer answers, all the ways to make it small. But the truth, it's spent too many years being almost said it all. Before courage leaves the room, I have to let it choose. Not the ending, only whether I tell the truth. Change the distance. Maybe you already knew. Maybe all I gain is knowing fear no longer spoke for me. I can't promise this won't alter what has always felt so close. But silence changes people too, only slower, without notice. Before courage leaves the room, before the moment learns to close, I will give the truth its own voice and accept what it becomes. No rehearsed declaration, no forever dressed as proof. Only this, exactly as it is, with nothing left between us. I love you. I should have said it sooner. You never made a speech of it. You just came back the next day. Maybe love was never louder than the way you stayed. I used to trust the shining parts, the rush, the perfect timing, the kind of words that fill a room, then leave it twice as quiet. You never tried to win me fast or make yourself unforgettable. You kept being who you were when nothing felt remarkable. There were days we missed each other while sitting face to face. We said things wrong when quiet needed more than one attempt. You never turned one hard evening into a verdict on us both. By morning tenderness remained, not untouched but still our own. The quietest proof was the part that didn't change. Your voice when I went distant, your patience with the pause. No grand design, no sudden rescue, nothing staged for me to see. You made a habit out of staying, and slowly I believed. I kept waiting for the moment when your kindness showed its price. You kept giving me the same truth through 100 ordinary nights. Not always easy, never perfect, just honest enough to trust. Love became less like a promise and more like something that returned. The quietest proof was the part that didn't leave, the calm after misunderstanding, the room to disagree. No grand design, no sudden rescue, nothing asking to be seen. You made a habit out of staying till I stopped bracing for the end. Nothing loud, just tomorrow, arriving with you, still here. Almost has been kind to us. It gave us somewhere safe, but somewhere safe can grow too small when no one dares to change. We change our plans by 20 minutes, then lose another hour. You lean toward me when you laugh, then both of us look down. When someone asks, we keep it simple, we're close and let it end. The answer isn't false exactly, only smaller than we've been. No one here has led the other toward a promise we can't give. We have simply learned to offer just enough to keep this still. Every time we choose the middle, something possible grows less. We cannot keep calling it patience when we're frightened of what's next. Between almost and us, there's no great distance left, only one unguarded answer. Neither one offered yet. I don't need the years decided or a promise past today. I only need to know if maybe is where you want us both to stay. Almost spared us a goodbye, almost let us have each other without asking us to choose. But I am tired of being careful in a way that makes us less. I would rather hear a clear no than keep living in a guess. Between almost and us, there is only what we choose. You can tell me this is enough and I will take it as the truth. But if you feel what I have felt, let's not soften it again. We don't have to know the ending to stop living in almost. You looked at me this time, neither of us looked away. Stay close, stay simple, like this, soft and natural. Stay close, stay simple, don't turn this into more. Your jacket on the sofa, your shoes beside the door. We don't need a perfect evening, we don't need a better view. Just a song we barely notice and me sitting next to you. I used to make love harder than it ever had to be. Now the calmest kind of feeling feels the truest one to me. Stay close, stay simple, let the quiet fill the room. Nothing loud, nothing heavy, just the easy side of you. Stay close, stay simple, we don't have to chase the sky. If love can feel this peaceful, let it stay here for a while. You tell me about your morning like the small things matter too. The late bus, the wrong order, and the song that followed you. I laugh before you finish, you smile because I do. There's a whole world in the little ways I keep learning you. Maybe all the best things don't arrive with golden signs. Maybe they just sit beside us and slowly change our lives. Stay close, stay simple, let the quiet fill the room. Nothing loud, nothing heavy, just the easy side of you. Stay close, stay simple, we don't have to chase the sky. If love can feel this peaceful, let it stay here for a while. Let the phone keep ringing, let the plans wait where they are. We don't need to answer every question in the dark. There is comfort in the breathing, there is music in the plane. There is something close to forever when you say my name this way. Stay close, stay simple, every moment feels enough. in the space between our talking, in the shape of quiet love. Stay close, stay simple, no need to dress it bright. If this is what we're building, then I want this every night. Stay close, stay simple, your hand this room, and nothing difficult. After we said goodnight, I stayed where the call had ended. Not because I wanted more, because something had moved. You had not asked to be forgiven, I had not offered you release. Still the story I had lived inside was no longer quite so neat. You thought my growing distance was a choice I'd already made. I thought the way you left me meant I had been easy to replace. Neither memory was invented, neither carried all the weight. We each mistook the other's caution for a choice already made. One conversation later, I went home with fewer answers and a kind of doubt. The ending stayed the ending, nothing brought the years back. But the blame no longer fit the way it had before the call. For years I kept one sentence: you left because you could. You had carried your own version, he would have stopped me if he cared. How strange that we were both deciding what the other must have meant, while love became a thing we measured by the risks we never took. You waited for me to reach you, I waited for you to remain. Both of us called waiting patience, while the distance learned our names. This does not make us innocent, it does not turn regret to repair. We still failed each other plainly, we still left too much assumed. But I can let you be mistaken without needing you unkind. And I can own the ways I vanished while believing I was left behind. One conversation later, I no longer need the cleaner story where one heart broke the other first. I can keep the loss between us without carrying all the blame. What happened still has consequence, it simply has more than one name. One conversation later, we became more than how we ended. Nothing changed between us, something changed in what remained. The past did not grow smaller, it only stopped demanding a side. I came back from another note and leaned the guitar by the wall. Said maybe wanting this so long doesn't mean I should go on. You didn't rush to praise me or say they must have heard me wrong. You let the disappointment finish before you answered at all. You didn't promise recognition or tell me struggle made me strong. You knew encouragement could sound like one more thing I had to carry. So you left the future out of it, the crowds, the proof, the perfect turn. You gave me nothing grand enough to hide behind or disbelieve. One small sentence changed the size of that defeat. Write one more before you quit. It did not make me fearless or convince me I would win. It only kept one bad result from speaking for my whole life. The next song wasn't beautiful, no door opened when it ended. But I learned I could complete a thing without knowing who would hear it. Then another followed slowly. Some were heard and some were not. You had never promised triumph, you had only returned the choice. Years have carried those 6 words far beyond the night you said them. They return when one hard hour tries to name the whole of me. I don't always keep on going, sometimes stopping is the truth. But I no longer let one failure make the choice before I do. One small sentence never promised me success. Write one more before you quit. Somehow that was kinder than insisting I could not lose. You gave me back the next decision. The rest became my life. I wrote one more, then I chose again. You stood near the back that morning, and I noticed you at once. You had known him in the years when our lives still overlapped. You told a joke he always ruined for one breath. I almost laughed. Then the day returned around us, and you did not ask about the past. You came for him. You did not come for us. Afterward, beside the steps, you said he was good to me. Then you held my hand a moment with no message underneath. You did not offer rescue or say, call me if you need. You gave the grief its proper weight and let the gesture in. Not a return, just grace with no future underneath. You could stand beside my sorrow without stepping back toward me. I let the moment keep its size. I did not make it last. For once kindness moved between us without becoming ours again. Once I would have built tomorrow from the pressure of your hand, made a sign of every kindness, heard a promise where none had been. Now I can receive the gesture without asking it to grow. Not every tenderness is asking for another life to start. Not a return, just grace. No less because it passed. You could stand beside my sorrow without changing where we stood. I did not build tomorrow from the pressure of your hand. Some care survives an ending without asking to begin. You left when it was time. I carried only what you gave. Not a future, just grace. Said it once in spring when you asked why I had stayed. I smiled, looked down, changed the subject, called my silence being safe. There were other chances after, small enough to disappear. I kept waiting for the right words while the right moment left the room. I kept the sentence. The years kept moving. You never knew how close I came. Time made everything more certain and less useful to confess. What I couldn't name beside you became obvious in your absence. Now I hear it in old conversations, in the pauses I revised. All the places where the truth began, and I gave it somewhere else to hide. I kept the sentence long after you were gone, carried half of something honest through every life that followed on. Maybe speaking would have changed us, maybe nothing would have stayed. I kept the sentence, and it kept shaping what I couldn't say. Was I protecting what we had, or only protecting me? Did silence keep the door from closing, or keep me from turning the key? I don't need the past rewritten, I don't need you back tonight. I only need to stop pretending I was ever undecided. I kept the sentence until it learned my voice. Not a perfect declaration, just the truth behind the choice. Maybe speaking changes nothing, maybe speaking changes me. I kept the sentence far too long, so here is where I let it breathe. I loved you then, and part of me half a sentence in the air. I knew the look you would name when being fine takes all you have. So I won't turn this into questions or ask your hurt to make a case. You can leave the thought unfinished. Nothing here will lose its place. Stay as you are. No need to speak. You don't have to make this easier for me. You've been the steady one for everyone, the voice that says they'll make it through. Tonight you owe no one an answer or the strongest side of you. I won't reach for something clever just to fill the space between. I can listen without language. You can take the time you need. Nothing you say will make me leave. Nothing unsaid will either. You don't have to hand me reasons for me to come a little nearer. Let tonight remain unfinished. Let the questions lose their hold. Nothing you say will make me leave. Nothing unsaid will either. Quiet with a promise I can't keep. I'll be here when you are ready. I'll be here if all you need is sleep. No lesson in the hurting, no bright side to defend. Just one chair beside your silence, and a night that doesn't have to mend. Nothing you say will make me leave. Nothing unsaid will either. You don't have to rise above this or become somebody braver. When your breathing finds its rhythm and the room no longer feels so wide, I won't say we fixed the evening, only that you weren't alone tonight. Nothing you say, nothing unsaid. I used to think an ending should erase the way it formed us, that every phrase I learned beside you should disappear when you did. But some gestures lose their source and settle into how we move. They are not secret forms of longing, they are simply things we keep. I'll wait one beat before replying. When someone's anger gets there first, I let a silence finish before deciding what it means. I don't complete another sentence just because I know the word. These are not instructions from you, they are choices I now make. What stayed after you wasn't hope disguised as patience, not a path I kept unbroken, not a claim upon your name. It was patience in an argument, less hunger to be right. What stayed after you became mine each time I lose it. No longer yours, no longer ours, just something good I chose to keep. The past needs no monument for every better thing I carry. Your return is not the price of keeping what you taught me. Some gifts survive the giver without asking for a future. We can leave each other fully and still not leave unchanged. Now when one of your expressions finds its way into my speech, I let it sound and let it finish. It no longer pulls at me. You mattered, then we ended. I don't need to choose between them. What stayed after you is not a way back to you. What stayed because I made it mine. For years I called it losing, though it never had begun. I spoke about our future like a place I had come from. We let the word win do too much when work became less heavy. When we trusted what we wanted, when the timing finally turned. A few unfinished conversations gathered years around themselves. I mistook the ease of picturing for something we had built. The life we never lived never had to prove itself. It stayed untouched by tiredness, by change, by ordinary doubt. No wonder it looked beautiful. Nothing real had asked it yet. I can miss the way I saw it without calling it what we had. After us, I mourned the person I was certain I would be, the one who knew where he belonged, the one who had arrived. I measured every real beginning against a story never tested, then blamed the present for not matching what the past had never promised. Life stays graceful because nothing asks it to bend. It never meets the daily versions of the people we become. Maybe we would have made it. Maybe we would have changed. Possibility is not a promise, and grief does not make it one. The life we never lived can remain unfinished now. I don't need to make it tragic to admit I wanted it. What I loved was partly you and partly who I was beside you. I can honor both those longings without giving them life I lost. I was angry with you for years, though you and I share a phase. Every season after leaving made your waiting look like waste. You knew the bond had narrowed, you felt how little could be said. Both of you chose easier language to preserve what tenderness was left. You called endurance loyalty. You thought departure meant defeat, so you kept offering tomorrow to a life that could not hold you both. You were not blind to the ending. You were gathering enough truth to bear the guilt of becoming the one who finally chose to go. Every better day confused you, every hard one felt too clear. You needed time to understand that care was not a reason to remain. I forgive the one who stayed past the truth he could not face. He was not in love with hurting, he was faithful to a hope. It took time to understand care can remain when love has changed. I forgive the one who stayed and the one who walked away. Forgiveness does not call it wisdom. It does not give those years back. It does not make the leaving timely or undo what waiting cost. It only ends the second loss. The years I spent ashamed, I lost enough by staying. I will not lose more to blame. Now I see the man you were, neither foolish nor deceived, only slower than the knowledge your own heart was learning to believe. You left without a victory. You left because you finally knew remaining out of loyalty was no longer kind to either of you. I forgive the one who stayed until hope had changed its meaning. I forgive the one who left without making either one a villain. You were late, but you were honest when the truth became complete. I forgive the one who stayed. He is still a part of me. You stayed too long You asked me how the day had been. I gave the line I always use. Fine, just tired, need enough. The kind that leaves no work for you. You didn't reach to take it apart or turn my face toward the light. You only moved a little closer and let the answers stay that size. You heard what I left out. You heard it all the same. For once I didn't have to shape what hurt into a proper name. I've spent years arriving early to hide the strain before it showed, making every moment easy so nobody would need to know. But you can sit beside a pause without mistaking it for distance. You don't fill the air with answers, you let the quiet keep its meaning. You heard what I left out, the part beneath I'm fine, and nothing in you changed or closed when I had no words behind it. Maybe I learned too young that sorrow should arrive explained, with a reason, with a lesson, with a promise it would change. But you never asked for any of that. You let the day be hard, and somewhere in that simple kindness I stopped guarding every part. You heard what I left out. I let the quiet show. For the first time in a long while, I didn't have to make it small. You heard what I left out. No fixing, no disguise. I said nothing more than I'm tired. You understood the rest that night. The rest that night. For a while every recollection came back looking for a fault. I would turn each word between us until tenderness was lost. If I found the place you failed me, I could make the ending clear. If I blamed myself completely, I could keep you almost near. Now I remember smaller things, the way you paused before a joke, how you listened when I wandered far beyond the point I'd made. I remember our impatience, how quickly care could lose its shape. One truth does not erase the other, neither one explains the whole. The memory has grown kind, Not because it learned to lie, it still knows where we hurt each other. It just doesn't choose a side. What was tender can stay tender. What was difficult stays true. The memory has grown kind enough to carry more than one truth. I no longer need the ending to decide what came before. We were good in certain moments, we were wrong in ways that matter. I can miss the person you were without wishing you were here. I can value what you gave me without keeping what disappeared. Time did not make us innocent. It did not prove that we should stay. It only took the heat from questions no answer could have changed. I can thank the love we managed without calling it complete. I can mourn what we could not become without living underneath it. The memory has grown kind, not kind enough to call it right, kind enough to leave it human without darkening every light. It can hold the care and damage without forcing them to blend. The memory has grown kind enough to say it mattered and let it end. I remember you. That is all the memory asks now.